We're in for a treat this morning. We get a live version of today's Weather Word Wednesday.
And since you're filling in for Heidi, you can tell us yourself what the word of the day is, Jacob.
Well, the word is splitting, as in splitting supercell thunderstorms. And we'll go more in depth into this on Morse coded weather during First News at 4. But here's a preview. And this was a radar loop from July of 2023. You can see how one thunderstorm cell in western North Dakota split into two separate storms and moved in two completely different directions, one towards Lake Sakakawea and one towards Bowman. This was another example from May earlier this year, where there was one thunderstorm cell that developed near the North Dakota-South Dakota border, then split into two separate severe thunderstorms that tracked one up to the north. This is called the left mover, and then another one down towards the east, southeast, and that was the right mover. So the southern cell became the strongest, even showed some signs of rotation, being closer to the moisture source of the Gulf of Mexico. So the reason behind this and why supercell thunderstorms, very strong severe thunderstorms, develop in the first place is because of wind shear in the atmosphere, or winds moving at different speeds and directions with height. And that causes the rotation within our thunderstorm cloud to produce hail and eventually tornadoes. But the updraft within each of the splitting supercells rotates in different directions, and it splits into two once you get into the way that the air is rising and sinking within that strong thunderstorm cell. And then though both of them can contain very large hail, but the one that goes a little bit more to the right, that goes more eastward compared to the left mover that goes a little bit farther north, that can produce more tornadoes. That's something we need to watch out for. But here's another example from Texas, where you can see that one thunderstorm cell splitting into two separate ones and moving in kind of two separate directions. It's like the one thunderstorm cell clones itself and wants to impact two separate areas, and it's pretty interesting to watch. It kind of throws us a bit of a curveball when we're trying to track these thunderstorms on radar.
Left, I'll go right,
Yeah,
they say.
seems like something you'd see on Ghostbusters.
That's right.
Yeah.
So interesting stuff, and I'll go more in depth on Morse coded weather on First News at 4.
Okay, thanks, Jacob.
You're welcome.